Are you wondering how to tire out your rambunctious dog? Well, I'm about to share with you one of my favorite secrets to calm a rambunctious dog so they can actually be trained. So, my name is Linda Kwan, and I am the owner and trainer at Wow Bow Wow. I specialize in working with pup parents that have family dogs, companion dogs, everything from the young puppies that they bring home, the 8 weeks to about maybe 4 month old puppies, as well as, when they have those puppies a while and they are maybe 4 or 5 months old till about 2 years old. They're called adolescent dogs, the teen dogs. And then I also help the pup parents that have brought home a rescue dog, or, maybe they had a dog for a while, but they're like experiencing some issues that they want to change. So, back to the topic for rambunctious dogs. How do you calm them down? How do you get them to relax? So, here are some of the things I know pup parents have done, and it is not the best way to solve this issue. And so here are some of them. One of them is actually even exercising them more. Now, I'm not saying you don't exercise your pups and your dogs. Of course you do. Physical exercise is great for them. But, more and more excessive outings is not the answer. The second thing I see pup parents do is they may take them to a daycare where activities are going on all day long. And again, I'm not against daycares. They can be a great place for your pup to meet other dogs, hang out, have some fun. But what I find is, which is going to lead me to the third mistake people make, is a lot of times the dogs don't get any downtime, any calm time, rest time. So think think in terms of a toddler. If you give them activities one after the other all day long without a nap, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get a cranky toddler, and maybe even a meltdown. So same thing with your dogs, puppies, or even older dogs. And even us, we have this too. We have too many things going on all day long, week in and out, and you don't get any rest and downtime. Maybe some, alone time. Some of us need alone time to regenerate. But if you don't get those, we get cranky. We don't. We can lash out, and so can our puppies. So you know, too much exercise, um, too much playtime, and not enough rest is not necessarily the answer. So, what happens is, in many cases, you end up, you know, building an athlete that you have to keep upping the ante in regards to how much exercise you have to provide them. So, any of these three, too much physical workout, too much in a daycare, and not enough rest is not the right recipe. So there are at least 5 ways that I share, in my programs. And one of them is the From Rambunctious to Well Mannered Pup Training Program, and that's a 6 week, group class. And so, um, there are many ways of teaching your dog to calm down. But today, I just want to share one of my favorites because I don't want to overload you. But this will get you started, so that you can have a calmer dog so they can focus and learn. So when you teach them to walk better on leash or ask them to come back to you, you'll see success. All right, so let me show you one of the games that I teach my students and also do with my dogs. So, nose work. In one of my previous Training Tuesday, I talked about offering and providing your dog, you know, activities that cater to their natural instincts, their natural behaviors. And one of them is, scent work, nose work. And so what I like to share with you is one of the games I play with my dogs, just getting boxes, throwing kibbles in them, and letting them find the kibbles. Okay? So here, I only put out like 4 boxes and I put kibbles in only 2 of them. What I'm preparing them is trying to figure out, for them to try to figure out which box has the kibbles. Now, if you have 2 dogs that may fight over food, you may not want to do this with both dogs at the same time. You may want to allow one dog to do it and then reset it for the second dog. But my dogs do fine together. They don't fight over food like some dogs do. So so Danny found one of them in the box at the bottom in the frame, and he's going to find the other one. Jill still hasn't found them. Jill stepped away. That's the Chiweenie. So Danny's finally, scented it out, and he's going to go for it. There he goes. He found the kibble. So, scent work, you know, using one of their like favorite games, activities, using the nose to find and discover what's going on in the neighborhood. You've seen your dog smelling, scenting on your walks. Now, you can take it to the next level, and this is kind of fun. And this is what I'm going to work on next with them. So, the next level is where I want Danny to give me a sign when he's found in this case, a kibble. So we're not doing this, to compete or anything like that, but it's just a fun game we're going to do between ourselves. And so whenever he finds a kibble, and I use just one box, I want him to paw at it. That's the signal I want him to give me. So, good. And then I open it up and reward him with the kibbles in it. Now, you can do many different kinds of signals between you. And some of them could be like looking at you, sitting when they find the scent. And I've heard from another trainer, a dog can be trained to put the nose on good the area and wait there in position until you acknowledge that they found it. So for Danny, like I said, I'm just teaching him to paw at it. So the third step is I get 2 containers and one of them has the food in it. And again, we are practicing him signaling to me that, there is a kibble in this container. So yes. Good job, Danny. Yeah. So you can keep it very simple by just doing the searching of the kibbles in a couple of boxes, like the very first video, or you can up the ante and ask him to signal when they found the object. In this case, it's a kibble. In the future, it could be actually another scent that's not edible, but signaling to me that when he finds it. So, is this fun? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine your dog and you playing this game? So, like I promised, this is just one of many ways to calm your dog. Now, how does this calm your dog? So, when they get mental enrichment, as I mentioned, one of the past videos I did, if you provide them mental enrichment, things they really enjoy doing, and is not necessarily physical, then what happens is they are fulfilled, happier, then, you know, they can think. They are calmer. I promise you, mental enrichment helps them also tire out. All right. Thank you for joining me for my Training Tip Tuesday. I hope you found this helpful, and I would love to see if you can tell me, which level are you going to practice with your dog? The multiple boxes with just kibbles in a couple of them and letting them search, or the next levels, getting them to the point where they're signaling to you, and even maybe to the level where they're signaling to you they found a specific scent that you taught them to find, like maybe a clove, right? Or just a non-edible item. That's what they use in these nose work competitions. All right, see you next Tuesday.